Hello again, friends. Keto Dad Fitness here. Hey, the topic of this video is going to be getting into keto for beginners. So, how do we get into keto if you're a beginner? Of course, it always depends on your starting point. If you're already relatively fit, it's probably not the video for you. Although there may be a few things you can get from this video, so just stay tuned. But if you're coming from the standard American diet, SAD for short, and you know, you've been eating processed foods and 300-400 grams of carbs a day, fried stuff, seed oils, blah, 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 you know, the standard American diet. Well, here's a few quick steps to get you started. One, clear out your pantry. Get rid of everything that's gonna trip you up. Seed oils, soybean, canola, vegetable oil, gotta go. You're gonna get rid of your carbs. You're gonna get rid of your processed foods. Don't get anything that's processed. You're gonna start trying to get into the habit of eating healthy whole foods. Of course, real food, right? The good stuff, the stuff that's gonna sustain you all day long, not the stuff that's gonna spike your insulin and burn you out after a little bit. Okay, so number two, you're gonna start an exercise routine, all right? I'm not even gonna talk about cutting carbs yet. First, we're just gonna get the junk out of your food, out of your pantry, and then just start walking. If you got a lot of weight to lose and you're not so healthy, your heart isn't doing so good, start walking. Don't worry about hitting the weights yet. That's a little bit later. Just start walking. If you're not gonna hit the weights, walk for an hour every day, and it doesn't have to be fast. You don't have to have a crazy heartbeat. 120, 130, it's fine for your heartbeat. You want to stay in that aerobic mode. Of course, aerobic, meaning with air. If you're out of breath, that's an anaerobic mode. You're just going to be burning muscle and carbs and glycogen out of your muscles. No good for what you're trying to do, because the whole purpose of losing the weight is maintaining the muscle. So you remain metabolically fit. So, step one, clear out the junk from the cabinets, your fridge, go grocery shopping. I have, if you go to my website, www.ketodadfitness.com or www.ketodad.fitness. I have two domains. I have several articles on which things to buy in the grocery store. Check that out. I'll actually drop a link in the description as well for your convenience. So we're gonna clear out the grocery pan. We're gonna get new groceries. We're gonna start walking every day. Keep this up for a week or two till you start to feel a little bit better, till you get your joints and everything kind of broken in. Then we're gonna start to slowly wean off the carbs, all right? We're gonna move towards our keto fitness goal, which is to ultimately to get into a ketogenic state. If you try to do this all at once, you're gonna burn yourself out and you're probably gonna fail. Don't do that. You're just gonna get disappointed. Yes, my love. My daughter. Going for a walk. You're gonna wean yourself off. So if you're eating like a standard American, 300-400 grams of carbs a day, I'm not gonna tell you to go all the way down to net 30, right? That'll for sure put you in a ketogenic state. But again, if you're not used to it, you're gonna be dying from cravings and your insulin's not ready yet. So let's wean down, maybe 150, 100 net grams of carbs. All right, do that for like 2 or 3 weeks until you start to feel less hungry, and that'll be one of the ways you can tell. You will feel less hungry. You won't be so hungry anymore. Your insulin will start to level out. Maybe after you start to feel like that, and you're going to come down to 50 grams of carbs, and then you get yourself down to 30. This all depends on your body. We're all at a different spot. Our insulin resistance is all at a different spot. And remember, the ultimate goal of this is not just to lose weight, although that is what most of us focus on. The goal is to get our insulin resistance down and become metabolically healthy so we can live longer, right? This is more about health than just fitness, right? So let's focus on that. So wrapping up again, clearing out the pantry, going grocery shopping for the good stuff. Check out the articles. You're gonna start walking every day, an hour if you're not lifting weights, 30 minutes if you are. And we're gonna start to slowly wean off the carbs. Once you've gotten yourself down to under 50 grams of carbs, let's say around 30 grams of net carbs. And net carbs, of course, is the amount of carbs you're eating minus the fiber, right? So if you're eating 100 grams of carbs with 70 grams of fiber, which is obviously not likely, but you would subtract the 70 grams and you would be down to 30, right? Once you've been in that state for a while, you can, if you want to, get a glucose monitor, or you can go to the store and they have those pee strips, and you could test for your ketogenic state, right? So as your body produces ketones, and all keto is, all ketosis is, keto is short for ketosis, a ketogenic state is when your body is so low on carbs that it switches from burning carbs and glucose for energy for your organs to burning fat, and it creates ketones to feed your organs, right? And that's actually what feeds your organs, your brain, your liver, etc. So that's what ketosis is. I should have put that in the beginning. Oh, my hand is in the way. And we're on my old street, actually. It's actually my old street. I'm in a cinematic mode, so you can't see it too good. But so once you've gotten into that ketogenic state, now a lot of people think this sounds tough, but you're already doing it, believe me, right? You're gonna start intermittent fasting. This is the best way to assure that you don't screw up your plan, you don't snack, and you're burning fat longer, okay? So now people think that fasting just means you're hungry. If you're in a ketogenic state, you're not gonna be very hungry because your body's already burning the fat on its body, right? So don't worry too much about the hunger. You might feel a little bit of hunger, but it's not too bad. It's definitely manageable. You're gonna start with a 16-hour fast with 2 meals and an 8-hour window. You can get all your calories in to those 2 meals. Eventually, if you wanna be like me, you don't have to be, but if you wanna be, or like a lot of other people, you could do 1 meal a day. You're gonna jam all your calories into one single meal. I like 1 o'clock in the morning, or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, because then I go to work and I work second shift, and then after work I come home and I go to sleep, and then all I gotta do is skip breakfast. Now again, like I was saying, everybody thinks fasting is gonna be tough, but you're already doing it. You go to sleep, you're not eating while you sleep, you don't die while you're sleeping of starvation, right? You sleep 8 hours, you fast for 8 hours. That's what the word fast means, right? Or breakfast means, right? Break, fast. So breakfast technically is just whatever meal you have after fasting. Now, if you go back to human prehistory, we didn't always have access to full pantries and refrigerators. So it's totally normal for you to take a break from eating once in a while. Often, actually, because you got to give your body time to rest from its digesting. And that's really all fasting is. So, to sum this up, you are going to clear out the pantry and the fridge. You're going to check out the article on my website and look for the stuff to buy. You're going to get that stuff, and you get your Whole Foods. You're going to get your insulin to level out, and you're going to stop the spikes, and you're going to walk for an hour every day, 30 minutes if you're lifting weights. And then once you got to that level and you start to feel better, you're going to wean off the carbs. And as you're weaning off the carbs, you're going to go into a ketogenic state, and you're going to begin fasting. Okay? You could do a 8-hour window for eating, 16 fasting. You could do an OMAD. Of course, I wouldn't do an OMAD right away. You have to build up to that. But once you're at that point, you're well into a ketogenic diet. And I assure you, not only are you going to feel better, your energy is going to be more stable, you're going to start to look better, the fat's going to start melting off your body, you're going to train your body to be in a fat adjusted state so that it's eating fat instead of carbs. Your overall quality of life is going to improve. And that's really what it's all about, isn't it? So, that's it for this video. If it's nice where you are, I do highly recommend you go out for a very nice walk like I am with my daughter. And I love you all. I'm going to catch you all in the next video.